Yo, what is good, everybody? Today, I've got my final mock draft before the real NFL draft. It's going to be a fun one. Today, I'm going to be doing what I think the actual team is going to do and not what I think the team should do, just to let you know that. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. I mean, this is obvious. Trevor Lawrence, number one. Best quarterback in this class. He has really no flaws, except for maybe ball placement in 2 years ago. Like, this dude is incredible, has been since his freshman year. He's a winner. He's huge. He has an incredible arm. He can run super, super well. He's the first overall pick. That's pretty much set in stone. Number two, I'm going Zach Wilson. I've been doing this for a while. I've been going Zach Wilson. He has some of the best talent in this class as well. He's got a Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers type arm. He can run, but running isn't his first instinct. He can literally make any throw on the field. This dude can run to the left and throw across his body 70 yards like we've never seen before, except for in Patrick Mahomes. So he's going number two. Number three, this is a tough one. Reports came out that the San Francisco 49ers were down to either picking Trey Lance or Mac Jones here at number three. And I still have not chosen in this moment. The pros of each: Trey Lance, incredible talent, can do pretty much everything, except he faced terrible competition in college. He was just more athletic than everyone. So is it going to translate to the NFL? Mac Jones played great competition, beat that competition, incredibly accurate, but he's not a very mobile QB. He's got some DUIs, and he's also had an insane receiving core last year and a great offensive scheme. So if I were them, I'd actually take Justin Fields, but I'm going to go Trey Lance. I think they take Trey Lance. The higher ceiling with a great coach and a running offense could really help him, especially if he sits behind Jimmy Garoppolo for a year. Number four. So I'm gonna go with Kyle Pitts here. If they don't trade, because I'm not able to trade, I'm going Kyle Pitts. What I would have done is I would have traded up with New England to go to the number four pick. New England takes Justin Fields, but they'll take Kyle Pitts if he's there. Just another weapon to help Matt Ryan try to win in his final couple of years there. Number five, the Bengals. Now, this is a tough one. You got Ja'Marr Chase or Penei Sewell, and those are the only two. I think they take Penei because guess what? O-line is more important than receiver. You got to protect your young QB. If a QB gets sacked, his wide receivers don't matter. So you need to protect before you give weapons, and they still have really good weapons with T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. So Sewell's the pick here. Number six, the Dolphins, and they're going to take Ja'Marr Chase. They need another receiver for Tua. Try to give him as much as you can before to see how good he is. Number seven, Detroit Lions. What are they going to do? They've just got so many holes on this team. I'm pretty much stumped here. I don't know what you do here. Your whole team is really just in shambles. I think you just build your defense. You get Patrick Surtain. They need corners bad. They need everything. Number eight, Panthers. I'm going Rashawn Slater. Protect Sam Darnold, who has never really gotten protection in his whole career and has never really had a good situation. So help this situation for him, your newly acquired QB. Number nine, the Broncos. I've recently seen Micah Parsons getting mocked to them. Also, I've also seen some corners for some reason, even though they literally signed two corners in the offseason, so I don't know why they would do that. I don't think they would. But what do I think that they're going to do? They've got Vic Fangio, a defensive coach. I think they might give Drew Lock one more year, even though he's really bad. You can just tell that he's not good. So As much as it hurts me to do this, I'm going Micah Parsons, even though I know that I wouldn't pick him here. I think that they will pick him here. Number 10, the Cowboys, right off the bat, J.C. Horn. It makes sense. In my opinion, the best corner in this class, other than Caleb Farley. I mean, he's the best corner in this class because Caleb Farley has injuries, but if Caleb Farley did not have injuries, I would have Caleb Farley ahead of him. And Surtain I have below both of them at this point. But I have him above Caleb Farley because of Caleb Farley's injuries. So if Caleb Farley was not injured, it'd be 1 Caleb Farley, 2 J.C. Horn, 3 Surtain, just to make that clear. But J.C. Horn, credible athlete, very good corner, very physical. I like it. And this is where it gets tough. Justin Fields has fell. He has fell hard. Is it because of his epilepsy? Same with Mac Jones. This is surprising, actually. I did not think that these two would fall so far. But the Giants will not take a QB. That's just not going to happen. So it's really down to Christian Darrisaw or Jalen Waddle. And I think if Slater's off the board and Sewell's off the board, I think the Giants take Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith. But I'm going Jalen Waddle. I think he's a better fit there. Deep threat, great route runner, great separator. That's what the Giants need in their receiving core. So now number 12, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles stick with their QB, and I think they just try to build around him. They take Devontae Smith, great route runner, Heisman Trophy winner. 13, I'm going Darrisaw. I've been mocking this for a while now. Just protect your young QB. Just do it. 14, the Minnesota Vikings. I'd go edge here, but I think that Jalen Phillips, especially with his injury concern, is too much of a reach. They really need interior offensive line, so I'm going Elijah Vera-Tucker. I've been mocking that for a while as well, but it just makes complete sense. 15, Bill Belichick gets his wish. Justin Field has fell to number 15. I did not expect that to go this way, but it's just how it worked out. You know, teams that could pick a QB are the Broncos, but I just feel like they're going to give Drew Lock another year, even though they shouldn't. Another team that could pick a QB, Eagles. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to also give Jalen Hurts a shot. Even the Falcons, but I don't think the Falcons will because they restructured Matt Ryan's contract. So if they cut him this year or even next year, it would be a huge cap hit, and I don't think they would do that. You know, even the Dolphins and the Lions could draft a QB, but the Lions, I feel like they traded for Jared Goff. Why would they do that if they weren't going to utilize him at least for a couple of years to see if he works out there? And the Dolphins, I think that you just got to give Tua more of a chance. He only started about half the season, maybe even less. I don't know. You can't just blame a rookie for not playing very well, and he didn't even play the entire season. So Justin Field falls, and the Patriots are ecstatic. They get him. 16. They really need corner. Caleb Farley's still available. They take a shot on him, even though he could be an injured player. They get Caleb Farley here. 17, the Raiders. The Oakland Raiders, they need O-line. They also need interior defensive line, but O-line's more important. I'm going Tevin Jenkins. Derek Carr cannot perform under pressure. That's why you got to protect him. 18, the Dolphins. This is a tough one here, but I'm going to go JOK. They need linebackers, and he's sort of a hybrid safety player, but I think he would fit in really nice there for them. 19, I'm going with Mac Jones here. I think if Mac Jones falls, they would be ecstatic in picking him. Let him sit under Fitzpatrick, or just have them battle it out. If Mac Jones wins the starting job, he'll start year one, because I do think he is NFL ready, if anything. The Chicago Bears, this team is just a mess, complete mess. It's honestly pretty disgusting. I'm going to go the Bears are here, who would they take? I think you got to start with O-line. Try to get your O-line better. I don't like Alex Leatherwood that much. I'm going with Sam Cosmi. I think he's a first-round talent. So get the 4-year Texas starter. This team also needs O-line, but I think all the offensive tackles that are first-round guys are gone by now. So I don't know if they're going to take an offensive tackle here. They also need corner and receiver. There's still one good corner left. Why not take him, Greg Newsome? And the Tennessee Titans, they got an edge. They got Bud Dupree. But is Jalen Phillips, do they go best available here? Maybe. But I think they go receiver. I think they go Rashad Bateman to replace Corey Davis, who they lost in free agency. The Jets, they go best player available and one of their needs, Jalen Phillips. They take a shot on a guy who has injuries, who has concussion issues in the past, but could work out for them. Number 24, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They really need O-line bad, and I say they reach for one, even though I do think this dude is a first-rounder. Landon Dickerson, interior offensive lineman, they need it bad. 25, this team needs a lot of things, but they did fill their QB need. What will they get here? I say they go out and get a safety. Trayvon Merrick, best safety in this class. Why not? They really need help there. 26, the Cleveland Browns. And you know, let me just backtrack for a little bit to Jacksonville. I've been mocking Barmore to them, but there's been a report that he's not coachable, and NFL teams do not like that. So I'm going to have them pass up on him, and I think he might fall into the second round, even though I do think he's a first-round caliber player based on his talent. Number 26, Cleveland Browns. They need a lot of things, but I think they did fill their edge need, and I do think that just getting another weapon for Baker Mayfield could be really helpful. Slot receiver, Elijah Moore. Super fast, great route runner. 27. This team needs a lot of things. They have 2 picks in this round because of the trade with the Chiefs for Orlando Brown Jr., and definitely one of them they're going to go receiver. There's a shot that these teams take a receiver, so I think they reach and they go with Terrace Marshall, even though he's probably not a first-round player. He's probably not a first-round talent. I think he's a second-round talent, especially in this super deep receiver class. But I think reaching for him is a good thing for them because they really need receivers bad, and they haven't given Lamar Jackson a great situation so far. 28, New Orleans Saints. Saints, they have a few needs, and I think they take another receiver who really just went up, was pretty low, started pretty low, went up draft boards, and now is falling a little bit back down. But I'm going to go Kadarius Toney here. Incredible route runner, super shifty. No one moves quite like he does. And they lost Emmanuel Sanders, so getting him, hopefully he's a replacement. 29, Green Bay. They need a tackle, but their biggest need is corner, and I don't know if any corners that are first-round players. Actually, Eric Stokes still available, so I'm going to go with Eric Stokes. They need a corner really badly, so maybe a little bit of a reach, but I think they really need it badly, so they'll take him. Kevin King just does not cut it. 30, Buffalo Bills. Why not go with a great big-bodied, super athletic freak defender, edge defender, which is a need? Why not go with him? He's a little bit of a project player, super raw, but he's got a super high motor, and I think under the Bills coaching staff, he could be really, really good. And if he falls this far, It's a great pick for them. And the Ravens get a dream pick right here. Azeez Ojulari. He falls to them. And guess what? He's a starting caliber player. He's not the most explosive off the edge, even though he does have a pretty good step a lot of the time. He's not super, super athletic. He's not super, super big and strong. But he's very fundamental. He does have really good first steps at times. And I think he's a first-day starter for this team. They really need edge badly. They fixed two of their needs with a receiver and an edge rusher. Number 32, finally, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This says that they need receiver. I really doubt that they need receiver. Says that they need edge. Interior O-line. I think their O-line is completely fine. I think their edge is completely fine. This team really does not have needs. Might as well go Barmore here. Might not be very coachable. I said he'd probably fall through the first round, but he's just a really good talent, and I think that getting younger on the D-line, especially in the interior for them, is really important. I hope you guys have a good day. Without further ado, I'm going to end it here. Peace.